In this advanced scoring tutorial for the Excel Meet Manager, I will show you the 3 advanced scoring methods you can use with the Excel Meet Manager. First of all, however, I want to show you 2 new features we've added in for both the simple and advanced scoring modes. First of all, we have added the ability to score the race for 4 athletes. To do this, go to the config sheet and change number to score from 5 athletes to 4 athletes. As you can see, I now have 4 athletes scoring and athletes 5 and 6 displacing. The other new feature is the judge's decision feature. On the race or the scoring division, whichever you are working on, go to the sheet setup by clicking the plus sign. Under scored, change yes to judge's decision. This allows you to make changes to the score without the scores being overwritten. So I'll close the sheet setup. I can now say that this person actually placed 6th instead of placing 6 and just displacing. So I enter 6 here, and as you can see, Ashlyn's score jumped from 15 points to 21 points. Obviously, you would not use this feature very often, but it is here so that you can override scores if you need to. If you incorrectly overrode that score, simply delete the override and it returns the default. Ashlyn now has 15 points again. If you are not in the judge's decision mode and you change an athlete's score, it simply deletes all scores and you have to rescore the race and you cannot override the score. So, enter the judge's decision mode to override scores. Now, I'll show you around the 3 advanced scoring methods. The first is the default, the split race into multiple divisions. The second is the merge races into one division. And the third and new option is the merge schools option, which could be used for a dual style meet. So, as you can see, I've already loaded a meet into the Excel Meet Manager. Now, currently we are in the simple scoring mode, so I can simply score, and all athletes in that race are scored together. However, the first scoring mode is the split races into divisions. So let's go ahead and enter advanced scoring mode by going to the config sheet and changing the scoring mode from simple to advanced. This gives us a new tab along the bottom called scoring setup. In addition, we have a new column on the race setup sheet called upload. This column is also on the scoring setup sheet. I'll cover that near the end of this video. So, as you can see, I've already started a race and I've filled in my athletes. I can't currently see the divisions these athletes are in because I set this race up before I changed to the advanced scoring mode. However, if we click the plus button and then click it again, we now see our divisions right here. As you can see, I have some men's junior varsity and men's invitational athletes in this race. I want to split them out into 2 different scoring divisions, one for the JV and one for the invitational. So, I'll go to my scoring setup sheet. As you can see, by default, Athletic.net already downloaded these for me. So let's go ahead and score the men's JV. So that's scoring division number 4. So I click Score Division and choose 4. As you can see, it has pulled in all of the JV. If you look down here, these are all JV. I'll close the sheet setup again. Pulled them all in and scored them together. It has not pulled in the men's open results. Before we had around 37 athletes, now we only have 25. So, we now have our men's JV results here, and we can print them. I also want to split out the men's invitational. So I go back to the scoring setup sheet, and I score the men's invitational, which is scoring division number 6. So I click Score Division, enter 6, and my races are scored. I would now be ready to upload these, so you would need to skip ahead to the upload results section at the end of this video. The next advanced scoring method is the merge races method. In this method, you would merge 2 races. In my example, I will merge race 1 and race 2. I'm going to modify these scoring divisions to represent a race that would be merged. So this will be high school. Let's go ahead and change the gender to male. I'm going to call this all. And then I'm simply going to score this division, division number 1. Now, as you can see, by default, it is using the split race scoring method. So we need to go into the sheet setup and change that. So here we have our advanced scoring methods, and we are currently in a split race method. We change that to merge races. We then enter the races down here, which we want to merge. I want to merge race 1 and 2, which in this case I left named High School Women's Open and High School Men's Open. You then simply click Reload from Races, and all your results from race 1 and 2 have then been pulled in. As you can see, I have my results from race 2, which are even, and my results from race 1, which are odd. They have been scored together, and the team scores are here. You could print this, and then upload this back to Athletic.net. See the end section of this video called Upload Results to see how to upload this scoring division to Athletic.net. The third advanced scoring method, and the new one we have just added to run dual style meets, is called the Merge Schools method. In this method, you want to set up a scoring division on the scoring setup sheet for your school, or 2 schools I should say. I'm going to call this division the varsity. I'm going to change the name to Amity versus Ashland. I'm then going to score this division. Now, again, as you can see, the default mode, split race, hasn't pulled anything in. So we need to go to the sheet setup by clicking the plus sign. We need to change our advanced scoring method to merge schools. I only want to pull in results from race 1. In this case, I only have one race. Race 1 is the High School Women's Open in this case, since I didn't change the name. And I want to merge the schools Amity and Ashland. Now the standard scenario for the merge schools method is 2 schools, one school versus the other school. However, you could use it for up to 10 schools, all versus one another. So I'm now going to pull the results from the High School Women's Open, or race 1, into this scoring division. It's only going to pull in Amity and Ashland. So I click Reload from Races. And as you can see, I have all my Amity and Ashland athletes pulled in and scored. I then can print them and upload them. Uploading in the advanced scoring method is slightly different. The EMMxc does not, by default, know which divisions and races you want to upload to Athletic.net, so we need to tell it. On the race setup sheet and scoring setup sheet, we have options to select Upload. We set it to Yes to upload that scoring division. In my case, I only want to upload scoring division number 2 for this scenario. So I go to scoring division number 2 on the scoring setup sheet and select Yes. Now, if I had another open race or something like that, I might go to the race setup sheet and say that the open race, number 1, was also to be uploaded. However, if my race results sheets simply have the results that are then split into scoring divisions, I would not upload any races, simply the correct scoring divisions. Well, that is a brief intro into our advanced scoring methods. Try them out, and if you have questions, let us know via feedback or on our forums. Thanks, and have a great day.